2025 is turning into a landmark year for crypto. And if you care about your finances, your freedom, or your future, you need to stay ahead of it. We're seeing AI shake up the blockchain, real-world assets go digital, and Bitcoin dragging the entire market into a new era. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're into crypto, business, and mindset. These trends are moving fast, and we're here every week to break it down so you're never left behind. Let's kick things off with something that's honestly a bit weird to wrap your head around. Real-world asset tokenization. We're talking about turning physical things like real estate, gold, or even fine art into blockchain-based digital tokens. At first glance, it might sound a little unnecessary. Like, why does a house need to be on a blockchain? But here's the thing, this shift is already underway, and it's gaining real traction. You've got platforms like Real IT, where everyday people can buy small shares of rental properties and earn income, just like a landlord. Art collectors can now buy a fraction of a multi-million-dollar painting. Gold-backed tokens are allowing people to own and trade real gold stored in secure vaults, with just a few taps on a phone. What this does is make once exclusive assets available to regular investors. It brings liquidity to markets that have always been slow and clunky, and it adds transparency that traditional finance often lacks. Even if you're skeptical, and fair enough if you are, it's worth paying attention to how this plays out. Now onto the big dog. No, not that one. Bitcoin. It's smashed past 100k, and some analysts are predicting it could double and reach 200k or even 250k by the end of the year. There are a few reasons behind this surge. Spot Bitcoin ETFs have finally opened the floodgates for institutional investors. We've got pro-crypto sentiment coming from politicians like Trump, and concerns about inflation are pushing people towards decentralized alternatives. But it's not just about Bitcoin anymore. When BTC runs, it tends to lift the entire market with it. Altcoins like Ethereum, Solana, and Chainlink often follow suit, and in many cases they outperform. Utility tokens that power platforms like Uniswap or Avalanche become more attractive as people look for functionality, not just speculation. And this broader movement pushes adoption even further. More users, more on-ramps, more innovation. This isn't just hype, it's a shift in how we think about money and financial access. And of course, AI and crypto. This is where things start getting really futuristic. AI is merging with crypto in ways that are starting to feel like science fiction. We're seeing projects create tokens using AI, not just to launch them, but to adjust how they function based on real-time data. Advanced trading bots powered by AI are crunching everything from chart patterns to Twitter sentiment. And machine learning tools are helping audit smart contracts to catch bugs before they become multi-million-dollar hacks. Some DeFi platforms are even experimenting with AI-based governance models, where decision-making isn't just decentralized, it's dynamically optimized by algorithms that learn from user behavior. Imagine DAOs or DAOs that evolve their rule sets automatically to prevent exploits or even improve user experience based on predictive analytics. Then there's AI in fraud detection. With so many scams in the space, some exchanges are leveraging AI to spot wash trading, rug pulls, or even market manipulation before it spreads. It's like having a watchdog that never sleeps. We're not saying AI is a silver bullet, it has flaws, but paired with crypto's ethos of decentralization, it's opening a lane toward more intelligent, secure, and scalable systems that could outpace traditional finance entirely. And of course, we can't ignore the politics. There's been a flurry of activity lately as governments try to get a grip on crypto. And one case in particular has had ripple effects across the industry. The Ripple vs SEC case has been a landmark moment. The SEC accused Ripple of selling XRP as an unregistered security. The court came back with a mixed ruling, saying that XRP isn't a security when sold on exchanges to the public, but that Ripple did violate securities laws when selling to institutional investors. This decision matters. It set a precedent that could shape how other tokens are regulated. And love or hate XRP, there's a lot of polarization around it. The case itself pushes the conversation forward about what crypto actually is in the eyes of the law. At the same time, we're seeing new legislation come into play. Bills like the Genius Act and the End Crypto Corruption Act are making headlines. They're aimed at controlling who can promote or invest in crypto, especially when it comes to public officials. Some of it's political theatre, sure, but it's also shaping the path for future regulations. And now with Trump back in the picture, paired with Elon Musk as part of his new administration, you can bet that crypto is about to get a friendlier policy environment. While we haven't seen any major moves yet, the signals are clear. This is going to be a pro-crypto administration. And yeah, let's not talk about Trump or Melania coin. So whether you're already in the game or just watching from the sidelines, now's the time to pay attention. Bitcoin may be leading the charge, but it's the tech, the regulation, and the real-world utility that will define the next decade of crypto. Let me know if you want us to dig into any of these topics a little bit more. We can do a full breakdown. Drop a comment if you're bullish on any of these trends or if you think it's all hype. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a chance to stay ahead of the curve.